The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you see how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
We bring you the Papyrus TV news update. You're welcome. The headlines. Nysc members to receive new 77,000 naira allowance from March 2025. Suspended Rivers Governor Fubara responds to Tinubu's allegations. Senators oppose Rivers state of emergency amid ratification. Rivers sole administrator Ibas pledges to restore order. Peter Obi slams National Assembly for using voice vote on Rivers state emergency. SDP's Adewale Adebayo dismisses claims of party being a refuge for disgruntled politicians. Abia North leaders endorse Tinubu, urge Kalu for re-election in 2027. The Director General of the National Youth Service Corps NYSC, Brigadier General Olakunle Oluseye Nafiu, has announced that Corps members will start receiving the newly reviewed federal allowance of 77,000 naira per month beginning in March 2025. Speaking at the NYSC Zonal Office in Wuse Zone 3 and Old Parade Ground in Garki, Abuja on Thursday, he confirmed that the Ministry of Finance had completed arrangements for disbursing the funds. Brigadier General Nafiu explained that the delay in implementing the new allowance was due to the late signing of the 2025 appropriation bill. He commended Corps members for their dedication to national unity and development, urging them to embrace the values enshrined in the NYSC anthem. He also encouraged them to use the scheme's official communication channels for complaints and suggestions to improve its operations. Progressively, suspended Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has responded to President Bola Tinubu's allegations following the declaration of a state of emergency in the state. In a national broadcast, Tinubu accused Fubara of demolishing the Rivers State House of Assembly without rebuilding it, governing without a legislature, and failing to prevent militants from vandalizing oil pipelines. However, in a statement issued by his Chief Press Secretary, Nelson Chukwudi, Fubara denied these claims, asserting that he had taken steps to maintain peace and rebuild the assembly complex, which he said was 80% completed. Fubara also attributed the state's political crisis to controversial remarks made by Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike about the Ijaw people, which had sparked tension in the Niger Delta. He stated that his administration had consistently promoted peace and economic stability, investing in security and infrastructure to boost oil production and revenue for the country. Fubara urged security agencies to investigate the real perpetrators of violence in Rivers State rather than targeting his administration. Similarly, a mild drama unfolded in the Senate on Thursday, March 20th, during the ratification of President Tinubu's state of emergency declaration in Rivers State. Senators Aminu Tambuwal and Eyinaya Abaribe strongly opposed the decision, arguing that suspending elected officials was unconstitutional. However, despite their objections, the Senate overwhelmingly endorsed the proclamation. Senator Henry Seriake Dixon criticized the process, saying that no open debate was allowed during the plenary. He expressed concerns about the legality of the decision, but acknowledged that the executive and judiciary would now determine the next steps. While some senators left the session in protest, the Senate President proceeded with the official report on the ratification. In related development, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, the newly appointed sole administrator of Rivers State, has assured residents that his role is not politically motivated but focused on restoring stability. In a broadcast from Government House Port Harcourt, Ibas emphasized his commitment to law and order, warning against violence and sabotage of oil facilities. As a son of the Niger Delta, I understand the hardship this crisis has caused, he said, commending President Tinubu for his swift intervention. He warned against returning to destructive practices such as attacking crude oil infrastructure, stressing the economic and environmental consequences. Ibas also confirmed that a State Security Council meeting had been held to implement measures for de-escalating tensions and preventing further conflicts. He pledged to work closely with the federal government to ensure Rivers State emerges stronger and more stable. Meanwhile, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, has criticized the National Assembly for using a voice vote to decide on the emergency declaration in Rivers State. Obi, who had earlier urged lawmakers not to support what he termed the illegal removal of Governor Siminalayi Fubara under the emergency rule declared by President Bola Tinubu, described the voting method as unconstitutional. Writing on his X handle on Thursday, Obi stated, "While still agonizing over the ongoing deterioration of democracy in our nation, especially with the situation in Rivers State, I just heard that they added salt to injury by using a voice vote." He argued that the 1999 Constitution as amended requires a two-thirds majority vote for such decisions and that this must be recorded individually, not determined by shouting aye or nay. Obi further warned that ignoring due process sets a dangerous precedent, saying, "A voice vote for such a critical matter is not just insufficient, it's a dangerous precedent. Today, it's a voice vote on a state of emergency. Tomorrow, it could be a voice vote on citizens' fundamental rights." He urged lawmakers to uphold democratic principles, stressing that the use of proper voting procedures is crucial for public trust in governance. Furthermore, Social Democratic Party SDP leader and 2023 presidential candidate Prince Adewale Adebayo has dismissed claims that the party has become a haven for displaced politicians seeking political refuge. Speaking in a statement from his media office, Adebayo emphasized that the SDP remains a movement driven by young people and women who desire genuine change in Nigeria. The first set of people choosing the SDP are the poor masses of Nigeria because they suffer the most from bad governance, hunger, unemployment, insecurity, and rising living costs, Adebayo stated. He clarified that while the party is open to new members, joining does not automatically guarantee leadership positions. A political party is a public institution, like a church or a mosque. You can't stop people from coming in, but that doesn't mean they will lead, he said. Adebayo also addressed concerns over governance, stating that SDP's focus is not on personal disputes with President Tinubu, but on addressing misgovernance. "If you don't govern well, you are working against the Nigerian people. We will challenge misgovernance based on constitutional violations, not personal issues," he affirmed. He advised new members to prioritize discipline and collective progress over personal ambition, stating, "If you want to defeat an incumbent, you must have more discipline than them." Conclusively, leaders from Abia North Senatorial District under the Abia North Peace Foundation, ANPF, have declared their support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Senator Orji Uzor Kalu's re-election in 2027. Speaking on behalf of the group, Chief Nnanna Ukaegbu told reporters in Umuahia on Wednesday that the zone regretted not fully backing Tinubu in 2023 and vowed to mobilize more support in the next election. "We have witnessed the leadership qualities of President Tinubu and Senator Kalu. Their commitment to Abia North's development is evident, and we will do everything possible to ensure their re-election," Ukaegbu said. The group praised Tinubu for prioritizing the region on his administration's projects and credited Kalu for facilitating key infrastructure projects. Among the highlighted achievements were the construction of over 80 schools and major road projects in Ohafia, Arochukwu, Bende, Isikuato, and Umuneochi. Thanks to Senator Kalu's efforts, President Tinubu has ensured that vital infrastructure projects are being delivered to Abia North. We are reaping the benefits of his administration, and it is imperative that we show our gratitude at the polls, Ukegbu concluded.
The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't want to be sad. Don't leave a trace.